Hi Scorpio, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, as usual, I have a special sales offer available inspired in the current Taurus season we are on. If you would like to know more details about it, you can read in the description box below, where you can also find the current list of reading services I offer. And if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Scorpio, I'll be channeling messages for the collective of your sign, and then we'll tie it together also with the cards that will be showing up. I do feel like for some of you, Scorpios, it's like you might be struggling to know how to react within certain events or circumstances that might take place throughout the next week, especially those things that are really, unforeseen for you, things you have not planned or really thought about. I do feel like there's a lot of unexpected elements coming to the front, and the main issue here is like you don't know what to do, what to say, how to react, how to handle it, how to manage it. So there seems to be like a period of time here where you're going to have to face surprises, and some of them might not be to your liking. So there might be things that you're really not expecting, counting on, that throw you out of your balance. For some of you, even throw you out of your place. So there can be situations that are able to, in a certain way, push you, attack you, really take you out of a good place or position you were on. It could be like a position in the eyes of someone, or a professional position in particular. So this lunar eclipse we just welcomed in your sign, Scorpio, I feel like it's bringing to the surface energy of opposition, enemies, but also lessons when it comes to you adapting to things you're not used to. For some of you Scorpios, there could be issues, lessons about humbleness, all right? How to become more humble, how to humble down on something. Not to say that you're not humble, but there might have been something in particular you were dealing with in a very egotistical manner. And Spirit wants you to learn how to treat something here with more humbleness. Exactly. Hermit, it's the humble energy. Wise energy. Deprived of all the material luxuries and comforts for a while to focus on what matters. And what matters here is the soul of situations, is the heart of it. Have you really been looking at the heart of things, or have you just been looking at the surface? Some of you have been too focused on the surface side, or on the frivolous, shallow, materialistic side of some sorts. How something has been serving. For some of you, your most selfish needs. For others of you, your most material needs. But these material needs come at a real imbalance when it comes to your soul needs. So the point of this is to balance those two things. It is not about you having to limit yourself in just being in one side of the coin, either rich or poor, either on top of the world or on the lowest of the lowest. It's not like that, but it's you keep perhaps having experiences that push you into contrasts to learn how to balance. And I feel to understand that your happiness does not lie in neither of the opposite spectrums, but in between. Now, some of you Scorpios might be dealing with a strong Virgo energy, all right? And this Virgo influence is a trigger, a catalysis for growth or for hardships for some of you. And I feel like for some of you, it's a little bit of both. This is a particular message for those of you that are dealing with Virgo influences. But in other ways, this Virgo energy archetype present here is about you directing your energy towards service. Instead of looking for things to be at your feet right now, is how can you be of service, or how can you service back even. So it's like reversal of roles. If you have been having someone here doing a lot for you and you have not been in a certain way giving back, you're going to be called to give back. There's a sense of some of you Scorpios owing a person in your life something really important that has to deal with presence of self without selfishness, all right? To really be there for someone without considering what this person can offer you back. So in a selfless approach to someone. This energy can also be about an elder in your life. So there could be like someone older within your reality that is either in need of you and you're going to be tested if you're going to be, you know, there for this person, or there's an elder figure counseling you appropriately. I keep getting like, listen, Scorpio, listen to the advice that is coming, either spiritual advice or just someone that has perhaps more life experience and that can see that you're off track on something that has to deal with ego and selfishness. Now, for others of you, I also see that this is a time where you can break free from a lot of patterns, that have been contributing for you to feel outside or as an outsider of situations you want to be integrated. So there can be an opportunity to break free from a certain loneliness, from a sense of disconnection with true connections, true soul connections. You see, this Hermit is looking at the Ace of Swords, which is in the past influence, but it's the truth. So the Hermit and the Ace of Swords are really about truth. What truth you're not owning up to, or what truth those around you are not owning up to. It's an important theme, but I keep getting it's a surprising element. Maybe you're going to be faced with a truth. Someone is going to tell you something, let you know of something, and you're going to take your time digesting this and trying to figure what you're going to do with this unexpected information. It could be that this lunar eclipse in your sign is bringing a lot to the surface. That because it is in the Scorpio archetype cannot be, sometimes it's not the best, or it asks us to confront shadows and fears and go through crises to really understand the emotional depth, the core of the situation. So however this is affecting your life, it is affecting you in a way where you need to be serious, where you need to be emotionally wise, responsible, and also humble. You might feel quite attracted right now as a result of, or as a manifestation of this energy and influence. You might feel really attracted to again, be at service, like to be very moved by social causes or social situations, you know, groups that are in need of some sort of help can really get to you more than ever, especially again if it has to deal with older people, or you can just be more inclined to devote your time and energy to causes that seem important at your eyes, that seem like you can make a difference, you know. So I do see an invitation taking place as well for you to participate on something that might appeal your spirit. You might be in a situation where maybe you're not going to earn something material out of this proposal or offer, but that's the test here. You might be invited to participate on something, but there might not be a material gain, a financial gain out of this, and you're like considering if this is something you should do or not, because in a certain way it calls to your soul, because if you wouldn't even take time to think about it, right? But it worries you. It worries you that you're being I feel like some of you are worried that by doing this you're gonna lose again a position, you're gonna lose some sort of specific reputation, or you're gonna be found out about who you truly are at an essence, or plainly you're worried that you're worried that it's gonna affect your material goals by dedicating time to something. It's like there's an intense understanding that whatever this energy is that you're reflecting deeply upon, there's an understanding that if you really get yourself serious about this, the way back might not happen, in the sense that you might not be able to then just come back at things as they are. And this worries you deeply. 9 of Swords. You might be very, very concerned by someone's emotional state or health-wise. Again, especially if you're dealing with older people that are very integrated in your life. You might be worried with an older person, her health, or just well-being in general. Or again, you're very worried about your life, what's going to come next. You're worried about changes, even though they might favor you, to leave a cycle that has been really soulless at a certain point. You might just be concerned about the effect of certain truths, revelations, decisions that were made recently. Again, if you are in the side of the spectrum, seek advice. You do have inner wisdom to tap, but also you have strong influences of people right now wanting to offer you guidance. Now, the guidance they might offer you might still feel it's like the guidance or the counseling that someone might offer you might not make you feel comfortable. 9 of Swords, because this is not about getting comfortable or settled in whatever things or how things have been. This is the opposite. The wheel is about change. This is the counseling most of you are going to receive, or the inner wisdom that is going to come forward to help you. It's about really deeply, drastically changing things around, changing a different course of action, a different behavior, all right, to get different results. But in order to do this, you must face your fears of loss, especially loss, again, of I keep getting like a certain position you have. You have to trust the cycle, all right, the will favoring you, even if you don't see it right now. For others of you, just afraid of the future in general, like you want a lot of answers for your future, and there might be something you're not seeing about the present time that needs to be done right now before you can see the picture of tomorrow. So I hope you have a great mid-month. I want to thank all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.